Hello everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Destiny video. Today Fantasy Flight released a few more spoilers for Legacies. These were spoiled by the three-man meta. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can check out their video of them showcasing these cards. They released 4 cards today, so I'm going to go through those cards one by one and give my thoughts on them. So first up, we have the Battle Droid. 6 health for 6 points, similar to the Jawa we got from the draft set where it's 6 points for 6 health. We have 1 range damage, 1 indirect damage, 1 indirect damage, and a +2 indirect damage. And this pretty interesting ability. So after you activate this character, if this die just rolled indirect damage, you may activate one of your other battle droids. So you have 3 sides on the die with indirect damage. You have the 1, and the +2. And so you have a 50% chance to roll that indirect damage and then activate one of your other battle droids. I like this kind of cascading effect that you can potentially get with them, where you roll one out, you can then, if it rolls indirect damage, you may activate another battle droid, and I imagine that their trigger then will go off if they roll indirect damage, letting you roll in another battle droid, and eventually maybe another battle droid and another battle droid. So these are 6 points, so you can run a 5-character deck with 5 battle droids, which I think would be pretty interesting. If you have training, you're going to have 7 of these cards and dice, but I think these battle droids could be pretty fun. Especially with the 2 blanks, you could also include them in a deck with blue to use Power of the Dark Side. So let's say you roll a blank on your battle droid, you re-roll it, you have a 1 in 3 chance of it being a blank and then triggering damage from Power of the Dark Side. So I also like the fact that you can use these in like a Phasma deck and have them have Guardian. You can use stuff like Cannon Fodder on them, which in the Cannon Fodder artwork actually shows a battle droid getting shot. You can also run Best Defense on them, and so on. So Battle Droid, pretty cool card. I'm actually gonna try to throw together, at least on the online deck builder, a Battle Droid deck with just Battle Droids, because it'd be kind of cool to roll all of these in with something like Squad Tactics, maybe give that ambush with swiftness, and then resolve a bunch of potentially indirect damage. That would be pretty fun. But I think also rolling them in one at a time might be better because again you have that 50% chance to roll indirect damage, which if you roll indirect damage you can then activate another battle droid. So that is the battle droid. We're going to move into our next card. And next up we have the Separatist landing craft. Villain support vehicle, 2 resources. 1 shield, 2 shield, 1 resource, special, and blank. And special is spend 2 resource to add a battle droid to your team. Discard this support from play. So let's say you're running a full-on just 5 battle droid deck, and you have 2 resources. You roll the special. You can then add another battle droid to your team. So now you actually have 6 battle droids, and then you discard the landing craft. I think that's a really cool ability, a really cool special. And I also like that it's a vehicle, so you can include it with Finn. So you can have, let's say, like Finn and Hera. Let's say you get this out there for free with Hera, or you just pay the 2 resources to get it out. You can then get a battle droid and add that to your team. So now you're running Elite Finn, Elite Hera, and a battle droid. And if you're playing on the right battlefield, like Starship Graveyard, you can get the support back. Or if you have ways to get other stuff back out of your discard pile, this could be pretty interesting. I also really like the sides here. So you have 2 shield sides and 2 resource sides, because the battle droids themselves have no resources on them on their own die. So you're going to have to, if you want to get resources, if you're running just a full battle droid deck, you'll have to include something like this or weapons that give you resources, or something like supply line, maybe supports like drudge work. You send one of them out to get a resource, and so on. But that is the Separatist landing craft. I think it's pretty cool. We're going to move into our next card. And next up we have Reinforce. 1 resource, neutral red event. Roll a character die on one of your characters into your pool if you have another copy of that character in play. So the way I'm seeing this is, let's say I have Death Troopers. Let's say I'm running a triple Death Trooper deck, and I have again 3 Death Troopers, and I've rolled one out and have resolved it. Let's say all my Death Troopers have been exhausted. I can pay a resource essentially to roll one of those dice back into my pool. I think that if I'm reading that correctly, that's what it looks like to me. If you have, you're going to want to be running same copies of like the non-unique character. So let's say you're running 3 Death Troopers or bunch of battle droids or stormtroopers. As long as you have two of the same character that are still in play, you can roll one of them in. So let's say you roll it in, you resolve it, you roll in the other one, resolve that. You can then pay a resource to roll one of those dice back into your pool, which I think is pretty cool. So that is Reinforce. We're going to take a look at our last card for today. And lastly, we have Strength in Numbers. A neutral red event, 2 resources. Deal indirect damage to an opponent equal to the number of exhausted characters you have. So again, if you're running a battle droid swarm of 5 battle droids, you roll them all out, perhaps with squad tactics or something like that. They've all been rolled out. You then pay 2 resources and deal 5 indirect damage to your opponent, and they can spread it out however they like. I think this is pretty cool, especially in decks that are going to be running, 3, 4, or 5 characters. You can get quite a bit of damage out with this, especially if you have them all exhausted, play this, and then they're taking 5 damage on top of whatever other damage you may have showing on your dice that are in your pool. So I think this could be pretty cool. So that is Strength in Numbers. Pretty simple card. I think it's costed well because you could potentially get 5 damage off with it. So 5 damage for 2 resources I think is pretty good. Again, it is indirect damage, so your opponent does get to choose where it goes, but they're still taking and distributing 5 damage. And again, with battle droid swarms or just anything that's running, again, 3, 4, or 5 character decks, I think this is a really cool card. Not sure if it'll be like something that would go in every deck, but when I build a battle droid deck on the online deck builder, I'm probably definitely going to try to include this and see how this card actually plays out. So that is Strength in Numbers. That's going to do it for this video. Again, I will leave a link in the description below to where you can check out the 3-man metas review of these cards as well, because they are the ones that released them or were given them by Fantasy Flight. So I want to thank them for putting that video out. There'll be a link in the description to where you can check it out. That's going to do it for now. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Take care.